something about him dropping his foot, just so you see this. When he drops his foot aside, he comes forward, he puts himself in a place where, which I'm analyzing, which I've done with my classes before, he puts himself in a position where he's right there for you to grab onto. He's right there for you to submit. He's right there for you when he hits that ground, so his foot goes down, you choke him. So what we're going to do is work off of that motion, be very careful. We don't have a lot of mat here, so obviously it's going to be tough. So we'll put the mat together later on and we'll just switch back and forth with some of the graphic technique. I'm also going to show you some of the trapping that I do with leg locks. Some of the things that really work real well off a roundhouse kick, off the front kick, and how you can actually take a person down and have a leg lock before he even knows what happens to him. But in this motion here, no matter how you fight, with your foot here, okay, or with this foot here, in this position here, how you're stance. Some people have a stance like so, some people have a light stance. In jiu-jitsu, we just teach you to have a loose hand. I always teach you that you have very, very, very loose, dead weight hand. We call it a dead hand. Okay, we don't do a lot of strong hand type motion. The next magazine, in fact, my father used to write an article that was the best article he wrote. He writes real great articles. It's called How to Build a Powerful Hand. And in the pictures that he has, my father stripped a log, which he used to do when I was a kid. I remember he took a log, took the bark off the log, put a hook on the top, and put it on a heavy bag, and he slapped the log. He slapped and he slapped and he slapped with his forearm and he slapped with his bicep. And you'll see in the next issue of my magazine, if you read it, you'll see the article that he had written on that, which is very important. Because what it does, it gives you power in your hands. It also gives you speed in your hand. So when he moves in this position here, we'll move from here, we're going to come straight up from here. We're going to drop down from one heel, watch. Yeah. After this position, take him straight down here. Before he even gets his foot down on the ground, you're going to have a chokehold. I want you to be careful. The key factor, everybody come over here for a second. Key factor is I don't want you to ram your hand across that guy, so be careful. The minute you put your hand, little tricks is everybody has a chokehold. Normally they'll chokehold this way, and which is very, very good when it comes down to competitive type motion. You're not allowed really to use the other type of chokehold. All I like to do is just put your hand down, dead hand. Here, the head is top heavy. When you get the hand, so you're sitting down, put your hand down here. Always grab your hand here. It's a little trick. Lift this up as you push. Watch the motion. Yeah. There's no power here. Everybody just squeeze your hand here. This here. They're grabbing it, they're pushing the head here. Take your hand here. Let the man cover with his chin. He's got to get through this hand. If he's going to grab, go ahead, to try to get to the other hand. My other hand doesn't work, not this hand. So all I literally have to do is move forward. I'm going to go this way, move forward. The key factor here is let him think that he's going to grab this hand here, because this hand's covering the hand that really is doing the work. Let him think that this hand is what I need in order to choke him. When it isn't, all I can do is, okay? All right. But in reality, if you're strong enough, you should get that hand out of it. Because you're at a very strong point at this point. So what we're going to do is work off of this. Be very careful with this.
It's a trach choke, right?
Trach choke, yes. When you track the hand here, all you do is stay here. Feel that? You don't go try to find my thumb. If I have my thumb here, I just find here. You don't need to go try to find. Everybody tries to find things. But if you practice enough, you're going to have to find things there. And believe me, it's very vulnerable. Why? You can't build this part of your neck up. It's impossible. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. The list is this big. Take a look here. There's no muscle here. So you're going to have to know how to manipulate that. And it's got to be very precise. Not something you do overnight. So you're in a fighting position. You're in this position here. Also, you move to this position here. Now, the only problem you're going to have, yes, is the person has his hand up. And only when the person does a roundhouse kick, they're not throwing a roundhouse kick like this. Okay, blocking. But when they throw that roundhouse kick, if I'm coming from a roundhouse kick and I'm coming from here, I'm going to get my hand back up when I drop my hand, so you have to be quick about it. Understand? So the minute you execute a motion here, come in. Now I'm in a position where he's in trouble. I want him to sit, I want him to see him down, but even if he grabs here. Now, if you're in trouble, you pull his hand out, let it come out. Hands here on the nose, you have a lot of pressure points in here.
Yeah.
There's a million pressure points in here. Pressure points in here.
Can I sit there and you can do it?
But turn him this way.
So go ahead and try. Since we're working on some of the, I just saw some things I like that Keith had shown me. I felt that you guys, and let's assume we're in this position here instead of, or say, I should say this position here instead of the other position here, which you lead with. Okay? You're coming into this position here, as you do with the block, and you move in here, as he drops, this hand comes up. Let me show you a little trick. If I hit here, and I get underneath the chin with this hand, what I'm gonna drop. Now, I'm in here, watch this motion. I don't even fall to the ground either. Just, you don't need any power here. There is no power. When you drop them, yes, there's a lot of power here. I'm not trying to be, I don't want you to think that we're trying to kill each other. Be very cautious about hitting people's throat. And the reason why, because I don't normally teach it this way. I don't normally teach it with a strike. With a striking pattern. And the reason why is because people do get hit here.
Although he thinks you're trying to kill him.
Be very, very careful with it though. Watch again. So the one side, I'm in this position here. I come in here. 1, 2. See how I'm moving here? Now I'm not doing this. 1 and then come back in here. I want to show I say, here, I got here. Yeah, I'm in here. Now I'm in position here, all right? Watch the control. That's all I ask you to do. Now the other side is, and this is pure jiu-jitsu. Pure combat oriented jiu-jitsu. It's actually taking the karate side of what you was doing, and jiu-jitsu is good jiu-jitsu. Good practitioner of jiu-jitsu. I was taught karate all my life, but it was part of my jiu-jitsu training. Judo was a bigger part. I did judo before I did jiu-jitsu for about 10 years. I was competing in judo. I followed teaching youngsters judo before they learned any kind of jiu-jitsu. It was too dangerous. But you're in this position here. This one's here from here. 1. This hand is dropped. Here. All you do is come right over this. You just tap this motion here, tap it. Now I'm here. Now, notice something. I have so small back as I'm sitting down. And I say, and I say, now, let's assume that you start losing your balance. And all of a sudden you start bearing your hand and you start shoving backward. Relax. Take the fall. And all you gotta do is watch the flow here, buddy. Now I lock up my legs here, I extend this lower body, watch the motion. There's no way out of this, I don't care how strong it is. There's absolutely no way out of that. Especially if you fall. That's the key concept that I'm trying to teach in most of the group sessions I do is street to ground grappling type technique. Not grappling, okay? It's not up and then go down and find something when you get down there. Find it as you go down there. Understand the concept here?
Yes, sir.
And so, typically the crowd is always now. The other one here, from the position here, also I'm switching. Yes, now I'm here. Now I have this position here. Okay? This one you should have more control of as far as not falling backward because in this position, stand up. Like from around here, okay, I have more control of this position. If you start to shove me backward, I can just drop down a lot quicker than I can when I have this grab here. It's a little tougher. Okay? Just hang on to this. Very, very simple. Please, you're big. Just so everybody understands something. I'm in this position here. I just came across. Understand the motion here. If the man kicked, okay, boom. When I came across, I hit this a little bit. Why do I hit this? Because the first thing I want to do is get back up. Now he's back up again. I'm in here. Now, all I can do is from here. Watch the motion. See how fast this out? You see me doing any power? There is no power there. It's all control technique. You've got to be precise on the target. Most of your pressure points, controlled. People think they know pressure points. Oh yeah, I'll show you this pressure point. You have to understand the anatomy, understand where you put your fingers, or you're going to hurt somebody. Same thing on doing this kind of motion here. You know exactly where you go. It's simple to do, but it's too easy to hurt somebody if you don't practice it properly. Probably, oh yeah. All of a sudden this guy's out for 6 months. Understand what I'm talking about? Yes, so that's what I told. When I say that you have to have control and you don't understand control, I mean that you know what your partner is part of the learning experience. Your partner is the guy that's going to help you learn. You don't take care of him. And obviously you're not learning at all. Understand what I'm talking about?
Yes,
sir. So it's important to understand that. I just wanted to work off of this a little bit because you guys are already working with Keith. And try to get a little faster now. Try to get that kicking a little faster. Okay, good. Good. Please. And it's something that just you can take home and you can incorporate into your kicking routine as karate class. Okay, it's taekwondo people, Budokan, whatever. If you're kickers, you want to be able to work all that motion. Keith was usually as he coming around, quick seconds, and coming in from this position here. But I want you to, I can't stand this man too much. Okay, as he comes in here, and around, in this position here, we're going to do the same thing. Watch my foot motion. When you come in here, what we're going to do is simple. We're going to execute the motion, the same motion he has here, boom, catch the foot. on the return. In other words, people have to come back with their feet. Your job is you get close enough to keep going. Of course, that's what you're doing with the competitive point end of it. Now maybe more speed down if someone does go, say a full roundhouse thing, which is probably even better. Go full. Okay, you're coming in here. Now when you get the person's pushing in straight, what you're going to do here, you're going to slide down onto your shoulder. Careful, people, come over here. Take your hand, same thing on your neck. Here underneath. Yes! Take, you can land on here. I want you to be very cautious with this, please. Okay? So you're in this position here. Here's the kneecap. Take your hand. As you do this, let's say like.
So where do you feel that pain? Is that the ligament right there?
Oh yeah.
Would you like to sit right down?
Yeah, really. I'll show you one thing. I'm in big trouble. Grab, pull here. Huh? You're actually making the kneecap pop right off. The kneecap floats on the leg. Now all I'm doing is, what am I showing you? I'm just showing you something that works off of something I keep it. Right or wrong, a little more devastating in the street situation, but yeah, guys on the street would like to kick you, especially if you're in a position where you're getting up from something. Okay? They might do a complete perfect round still like you would do with karate. A lot of people love to just swing that leg. You look at come up and try to get you going. You look to just swing this way here. Sloppy. In the street situation, you always sort of picture that one guy on the other night was watching TV and they had some group that was, I think, skinheads or whatever, in an area, I don't know where, but they were kicking somebody on the street in the head. And it's exactly what like, coming like this. They weren't doing any kind of real perfect kick. They were just doing any kick that came to the head. So in this position here, what I want you to do is grab full motion here, complete. Here. Now I have this position. Where can you go? Then he hits that ground. Yeah. That's it. See how fast that is? And that's a controlled technique that's going to work for you. Not only that, I mean, ever. Most people, when they throw a kick, they expect to hit you or follow up with something. The key concept here is when you execute this motion, slow motion, and I'll move from here. I'm in here, I catch this. So what I do is put my hand on. What's he going to do? Think he has any power to do anything? I just push him. I have this also, which is a turnover lock on the ankle. If I turn him over here, now watch. Yes. I'll break his ankle too as well. If I want to get real nasty, I take the foot. Yes. Lock it in here. Most people don't want to do that. Right?
Most people have this kick.
Now, works on that because it's a very simple motion. Actually, it's a nice motion. And I think if people, if the person's going to throw that kick out, you're fast enough, all of you, I saw you. You're fast enough to catch this. If he's throwing that, he's going out from this machine. I'm in here. I'm in this machine here. Lock it up. He's not going. Try to get up. It's impossible. I'm telling you right now. If I have your leg, I'm in this machine here. This is secured on my, and he tries to punch me, do anything. I'll break that leg so fast it won't be funny. Not only that, on the street they don't wear cuffs. Go ahead. But work. I like what I saw Pete doing. I said, it's perfect because you can fit this into that. It's just a different way of fitting it in. Okay? Go ahead. Excuse me. Let's say back fist here into a reach hand or a reverse punch here. Okay? We're going to drop from here. Okay? Just going to let you people do this because you're familiar with this. From here, back fist here. So I'm coming in from here, back fist. He's backing up, reverse punch here. Now I got in this position here. I slide down. So we're going to do this kind of motion. Watch the motion here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's back, 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 down. Understand? So we now have the guy like I showed. That's another thing I caught on you guys did before. And sometimes you run back like this. The legs are open. They're yours in a street situation. Key concept here is can you follow me, which you can. Keith explained that before, which is perfect. I can move forward faster than you can move backward. Remember that. So to stifle the guy, and I'm coming in here. I'm in this position here. Now we're on a target. What we're going to do is work off the back fist. Okay, reverse punch here. Drop this hand and lunge with the back fist, the opposite hand. So it's a full range of motion in that lunging, which most of you higher ranks, it's easy for you to make up any kind of combination. I don't really care. But this is a nice combination that you can use.
Keep them busy, right?
So, just keep him busy. Now, when he drops back, he fades back. 1, 2, 3, I'm sliding down. So I'm actually coming out here, I'm coming down here. Now, can I use somebody here? Sure. Once I'm in this position here, I come out here, I'm in this position, I catch this leg here, pay strict attention to it. This foot comes in. These mats stink. Watch if you're on these mats because you get caught up and they're too thick. Now I have this position here I can use, which is simple, people. Most people don't do this the right way. I'll show you this one here, which is you're grabbing in this position here. Yeah. Most people, they grab here. You see a lot of practitioners in combat or doing leg locks where they get their foot up, they sit back and they do this. Man can crawl up on your body. If he decides to grab your gi, he'll start to crawl up. You won't have this lock anymore. The key concept here is see this hand? Now try to crawl up. Yeah. Most people, you never see this in most combat-oriented techniques because they're not practical about how to lock this leg completely. They lock it in a traditional fashion. They grab it in a hand in here and they're locking. You see, most of them are right or wrong. Most people grab here and they lock up. Put your hand here so he can't move his shin. Wrap his hand here, stretch this. Yes. He tries to pull up, hard. He's not going to go anywhere. But the concept here, once again, is two ways. Stand up for a second. And again, be careful with this. From this position here, once I get to this position here, this foot comes around. What I do is around here. Now I have a lock under my armpit. I'm locking in here. Yes, I don't need to go sitting back like everybody thinks. He will give right here. If you push this leg. Yeah. Okay, you don't need, if you grab here, different story. He'll pull that right out. And you're gonna have a hard time. Here, I can guarantee you, I don't care who it is, they're not pulling that out. And if they pull it out, they're in big trouble. Because it is a leg lock. Okay? This is a leg trap. Here. This is a leg lock. Understand? So it's important to understand those type of leg locks because if you can get it while you're in gear, moving toward it, why bother trying to find it later? That's what I'm saying. The other technique, please, is from this position here, if I'm coming down, I just took my back fist, reverse punch, back fist drop down. Now what I want to do is keep the foot down here. See this motion, see how he stifles? Don't lift it. Put your shoulder into a little bit here. Now when you put your shoulder, watch the trick to this getting on my shoulder. The trick is, as I pull him back, I get my body back. As I see him go falling back, I can get my body back so his foot comes up and I can take this step in at the same time. Now I'm back to where I was before. Problem with a lot of people with this technique is when they do this, they drop the man back here and they expect to find him. You're gonna get your head bashed in here. Understand? Again, on this mat, it's tough. But what you're doing here is maintain control as you pull it up here. Now I have it in here, and all I'm doing is lock it in here. Okay, again, this mat's soft. Not the kind of mat you want to work on doing these type of techniques.
While you have him right down there, those other ways that you flexed his leg, could you show us that one more time?
Which one? The one that we showed before?
Yeah, not the ankle flex, although that looked pretty good, but the other flex. From this position, you turned out or barred out on it. I couldn't see that too many people were around you.
Lock that on the side of the foot.
Oh, come on down. If I'm locking in here, I'm locking here. All I need to do is torque it. Okay, if I really want to get nasty, I bring it in, torque it this way. If I do this here, I'll break his leg. Or if I stand upright, he's not going to go anywhere.
Okay. The one I was talking about is when it was on your shoulder. Yes, sir.
This one's here, here.
And then you did...
And either side, doesn't matter where you go, you lock.
And then you did something different while you were up there.
He rolled his knee too.
Oh, do you mean the one where I came across or I came, which there's a million of them that you can do from here. This kind of motion here, locking here. Be careful with the nail. When it bends like this, when it's flexible, people, I had it on this side before, that's why. It's confusing.
Okay.
Before, when I was doing it before off the kick, it came onto this side here, boom. Now you can grab the foot here, bend the knee this way, lock it down, grab the knee in here. You have a lock in here. Either side. Once my hand's in this position here, I lock. Okay? Be careful with that. I'm going to show you something else that you're going to like. Why don't you work that and then we'll go into the trapping one. Go ahead. So understand, what I'm trying to show you is only several different things. I'm trying to give you a concept that says, you know what, when you have something, don't lose it. You're working from one technique to another technique, you find yourself losing the technique you're in, there's something else there. Problem a lot of people, they're too used to techniques, also explain how to bring up because he made points that are things that I would bring up, that I'm going to bring up. You're showing that body, boom, boom, how close you get. Well, you're going to do the same thing, except you're not going to be drilling into the body. Here. When you're drilling, you're going to catch the kick with your arm. Sometimes you have to eat something to get it. Understand? When he comes in the roundhouse kick, I'm doing what they call a dead arm block here on the shin. You all right? A lot of pain, in fact, when you do that. Once I do this, I wrap like I showed you the lock before, except I keep this tight. Now, if I want to, yes, I can break in here if I want to, or jump over. Fall on the mat. Hop on the mat. Once I have this here, so watch the motion again. As I block, I'm blocking here. Feel that? I'm doing what they call that jiu-jitsu dead arm block. I'm not doing this kind of block here, way out here. I'm just letting my arm down. As I let my arm down, I let my body in. So when I let my body in and I let my arm down, I catch this. Now he's in trouble. I can break the ankle from here, but what I want to do is I want to turn him and push. Yeah. Now I'm in this position here. When I push him, I still have his foot, and he can't go anywhere. Now watch. I'm still maintaining control of this, although I let go of it. Now I have this motion here. I have this motion here. I have this motion. You'll tear his back, so be careful on this one. Now, if you end up, go stay still. You end up going to the ground, all of a sudden you lose the guy, he gets in front of you, get the foot in here. Trap the foot, watch this. Yeah! He can't get out of this, believe me. You just trap your foot here, can't get out of this position here. Very tough to get out of this, especially if you fall with him. So if you're losing the man, say all of a sudden you feel like you lose, get in there, get your foot down. You have pressure points, you have nerves everywhere. There's a lot of different nerves in this position here, especially in the back here. But you don't need the nerves. If I take even toes here, he's not going to go nowhere. If I take his, he's not going to go anywhere. You understand? Very important. Now, if I really want to get nasty, I need forward. I lift, as he starts to pick up his body, he's trying to get up. Now I have his foot and his hand. Where's he going to go? Try to get out of this. So the minute he starts, he thinks I'm playing with this, all of a sudden he starts to get up, try to get out. And I'm in here. And all I gotta do is lay on top of him. His foot's stuck. Where's he gonna go? And believe me, this is not a position you want to be in. I can guarantee you that. Very, very, very awkward position. But the key concept here is trap that leg. Turn it. Don't let him have that. You turn the ankle, he's not gonna give you the leg. You can't. It's too painful. The minute he starts to pick up his body, the only thing he can do from here is try to get up. When he tries to get up, so as he tries to get up, and I come in this position here, and I wrap. Now I let go of the foot, let it stay here, and I lean down. I also have a leg lock, whether you know it or not. From this position here, I'm in here. But in reality, I can do this, just so you know. As he starts to get up, go ahead. Keep the foot in here, bring this back. Now look at him. Where do you think this guy's gonna go? You all right?
No, yes, sir.
Try to get out. It's impossible. He's actually stretched to the limit here. Understand? So when you have this slow motion, if I have this leg in here, and all of a sudden I start to slide, he starts to try to pick up and start moving away, I get my foot out, I grab in this position here, leave the foot here, and just pick up. Now he's dead. He's in big trouble here. Go ahead, try it. Before he starts to really pick up his power. You're trying to execute this motion where you're intercepting the man. I always believe in intercepting motions. This is, I always believe that Ukimi falling technique becomes a very important part of everything you learn for street. I didn't say everything you learn for dojo, okay? But for street, you have to learn how to fall. If you don't know how to fall, especially if you're a woman, okay, you're gonna run into trouble. Okay, because falling is everything. In my opinion, if you don't know how to fall, you're gonna be in big trouble. God forbid you have to go to the ground in the street. Because you'll hurt yourself going down to the ground. Never mind trying to get to the ground, trying to fight yourself out of the situation you're in. Okay, that's why it's very important. When he comes in with that, this is something that is very painful if it's used properly. When you do a dead arm block, you're doing a dead arm, I'm not going to hurt you. You're doing a dead arm block, what they do what they call rotation. You rotate over the man. As you rotate over the man, it's actually putting you in a position where you can lock. The problem a lot of people is that they stop here, and then they got to try to find a lock. Most people, when they're traditional practitioners, they do a rigid type of block when they try to get into a grab, so it takes that extra 1 or 2 seconds away from you. The concept here is to say, when you're playing judo, same thing. The man's pulling you, okay, toward him, okay, you go with him. You understand what I'm talking about? The man's pushing you, you go away from him. You don't fight him. Unless it's sport judo, complete sport judo, and it's still all about body balance. So as he comes in with a kick, we trap this. When we trap this, he can't get down. It's impossible. But see, I don't use this arm here and keep it here. I lift it. See where the trap is? Now, no matter where he is, all you do is shove him forward. Okay, and if he goes to his side, people, you still have a lock. Don't get me wrong here. No matter where he's going, get your foot up. No matter where he is on the side, you still have a lock. You still have the stomach here. In most cases, doing it slow, you'll find that the person will pull you want. When you're doing it fast, you wrap it and move forward until the man's completely turned over, which I don't want to do when I'm not familiar where you're going to go. So be careful with that. Very, very careful with that. Try it, go ahead. And knowing where to go when you go down. I'll show you one now, which is a simple one, which you already did, but it's a different one. I promise. Man comes in with a straight punch from this position here. We're going to come from here. We're not going to do this here. I'm not worried here, this kind of stuff here right now. I'm more concerned with intercepting the man's motion. I'm not concerned with you doing intercepting commands here, this kind of stuff here. What I'm looking for you to do, it's like dropping an apple in quicksand. Okay? Once you drop an apple in quicksand, all of a sudden it disappears. It sinks right into quicksand. Try to go get the apple after you let it sink. You won't. So what you let this man do is literally drop that apple in quicksand. By the time he drops the apple and hits the quicksand, it's already sinking. By the time he tries to get the apple out, which is his body, it's too late. Understand what I'm talking about? So the concept here is saying, don't fight power against power. Have strategy, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy what you were showing. I'm not saying that just because you're here and you're my friend. I enjoy the fact that someone shows strategy and not power and speed and getting in there head to head. I love strategy because I know I have enough power when I get to the point to take care of the situation. I don't want to know that if I'm in a position here, I have to come in here and kick real hard, strong, whatever. Yes, it's nice. It's always nice to be able to do kicking. I like it too, but I'm a low-line kicker when it comes to a street situation. Okay, as opposed to a stand-up one-on-one situation. But again, when you're coming from this position here, this is all you need, is to move away. I can move from here, striking here, can move from this position here, taking down here, whatever I want to do from here. What I want you to do is execute a motion where, can you see over here? Execute a motion where you're actually going to slide by the man. Here. Okay, now when you slide by the man, what you're going to do is you're going to actually take your hand here, what you had before. Now see when you're off balance like this, the third motion you're going to do is you're all going to learn how to fall properly. As he comes in here, and move. That's all you can do. Just slide that mat, stay with him. Now I can wrap here, or just extend. Before I have his hand though, my hand. He goes to grab me. By the time he tries to get out of this, he's already choked out. Understand? Here, these kind of motions are pretty and they're effective, but again, depending upon what you're looking for. I'm looking to shield myself. Knowing that there might be somebody else there, or knowing there is somebody else there, I want to know that, hey, can I use this guy for a shield? Yeah, I can use him for a shield. Yeah, he's for a shield. Where's he gonna go? Come on. He's gasping for air already. Understand? Yes, sir. Try it. You like it?
Here? Yes.
And then like this, that foot's coming up and you're gonna lose this guy. The minute you drop back, when you're gonna lay back and fall, or when you're gonna sit back or go on your knee, is you must get him as close as you can to your body. So as soon as he comes in here, 1, 2, 3, as soon as he comes in, see how fast that is? It's 1, 2, 3. He's not gonna have a chance to find that arm. It's not gonna look for the arm. Okay? It's quick. Stays tight. The other thing is, if you're in a position where you're coming in here, boom, all of a sudden the guy pulls the arm back, go with him. Now watch. Now look where I have him. I didn't expect that at all. Concept here is concept that leads to your traditional jiu-jitsu. Don't fight power against power. Let him play. Let him come. Let him pull. Go with him. Now, the only thing that you're going to have a hard time with that is that takes practice. Is knowing how to move and rearrange all the position you have and float. It's called floating. Sugiyashi